Welcome to the Clinic of Psychiatry at Östra in Gothenburg. I'm sitting here with Jan Devyr Lernbring. John, very welcome and thank you for joining us today. Could you start by tell us a little bit about your story?
I've been a patient since I was 16 years old, and I have been addicted to drugs and alcohol since I was 16 years old. It has been a hard journey in my life, and I'm still a patient. And today I have lectures and workshops and meeting with patients and staff in the psychiatric care, and I also meet doctors who are going to be psychiatrists. So yeah, that's a bit of my life.
A bit of your life, yeah. But during those 4 decades, is it the same to be a patient today and when you was just a teenager 40 years ago?
The stigma has changed enormously. When I was a kid, nobody knows what was the problem with me, only that I was a bad kid. Today I have 5 neuropsychiatric diagnoses, such as ADHD, Tourette syndrome, GAD, which is an anxiety syndrome. I have PTSD and Asperger, all those 5. When I say this to normal people today, nobody judge me anymore for that, because it have been more common. Everybody knows someone who has something.
If there have been a change on the view on psychiatric disorders, could you see some kind of the same difference when it comes to buildings for psychiatric disorders? I mean, you've been to several of these institutions. Yeah. Could you see a change there as well?
If I go in this building, which is like a diamond if I compare it to the old place, Lillhagen. Lillhagen was the maniac house. Okay. And no, we didn't want to go there. And go here is like going to an ordinary hospital. Yeah. Only you go here with your soul or your mental health. Yeah. So it's a big difference.
Coming back to Lillhagen, what actually made that, you call it the maniac house? How come? Why?
I would say the location is number one, because if you're heading for Lillhagen, the maniac house, it was only that house. So you had to be a maniac to go there. Yeah. And the reputation and the stigma around the name Lillhagen had been for many years. At that time, it was more of a stigma to have those disorders, and it was a rougher environment, both between patient and also between staff and patient. But I think that they maybe did their best, and it was another time. So the location is very important. Yeah, because when you go here, it's the same. Someone go there with the knee, I go here with my mental neuropsychiatric disorder to my doctor, and he goes with the knees. We go to the same area.
And that's important for you as a...
It's a signal for whole society, because we have to learn to live side by side.
As an architect, you have your own idea, you come from a special culture, and maybe you think you know what's important. But from your perspective, as a patient and as you personally, what is do you find interesting or good when it comes to the physical environment within the wards?
I have been here a lot in this building, and I would say what I appreciate most of it, if I compare to other places and to the old place, it's the light. It's much windows, so the walls are light. The other thing is, when you come in, it's like you're coming home to a warm feeling. It's a wooden floor. It's flowers, it's colors, it's like a living room area, it's like the TV room area, it's like the kitchen area. It's a little bit of a feeling cozy, safe at home. And the third thing, maybe this is the most positive, and that's the garden yards. To be able to go out and be in nature. Everybody knows that nature heals. and walk around a little bit, and green bushes and flowers, and so that's the top 3.
But I guess you have 1 or 2 negative remarks as well.
I have more than 1 and 2.
You
but
have?
This
Okay.
this is a diamond, a rough diamond in my eyes. But everything can be a little better. So here come the things I had done a little bit different. The reception, when you come in the building, there is no reception with people. There's only a big room, and you are in anxiety, or you are in half psychotic, and you have to read in small notes where you're going. The feeling should be when you come into this psychiatric building, now you are safe.
Yeah.
You're in a safe house.
Yeah.
That's the first thing. The other thing I don't like so much is we have one long corridor, and everybody goes through that corridor. Patients and staff and young people come there, visitors come there. Many times we have lived hard lives, and we have done maybe some stupid things. And to meet an enemy in a long corridor, even if enemies often is mostly in head, and you see someone is coming a long way in the corridor, and you know, who is that? Is it someone I have cheated sometime, or is it going to be a conflict? So long corridors, I don't like it. The wards are, in most cases, very good. It's like coming home, like I said. I don't know in the rest of the world, but in Sweden, we mix men and women, and we mix they who are here by force and they who are here by free will.
Yeah.
And in those 2 wards, the overview should be a little bit better, and the blind spots should be eliminated. Because we don't like men who have a sexual disorder sneaking into another patient, and we cannot lock the doors. So I think the staff and the patient also wants to know that the staff can see us at all times.
Yeah.
So they have 3 things to cut the diamond to perfection.
Yeah. What would you say to the architect? What is the most important thing as an architect, and when it comes to the architectural design, to consider when you're doing a new facility for psychiatric disorders?
I think what you mentioned before, that the architecture could be a bit of the medicine. If 10 days of care could be 7 days of care, because everything was optimum for the patient and the staff. And they're calm, and they feel secure and safe and everything. How much money is that? 30% cut the time a patient have to be at the ward. It's a lot of money, and it's a lot of suffering who goes away.
What would you bring on to the next generation of planners, management, staff, architects? So we'll start a process for design and planning a new facility.
We have almost said everything, but what I want to say is that the heart and the will to do good and help people is the ground.